mambo ya CDF. CDF, Constituency Development Fund, National Government Constituency Development Fund. Wanabunge wakijua vizuri, tunafaa tujiulize maswali zingine before we talk about CDF. What is the origin of CDF and why was CDF taken to parliament? After taking Moi from government, when Kibaki got to power, when Kibaki brought free primary education, by that time, Constituency Development Fund ilikuwa kwa administration. The government of NAC took CDF from administration, brought to members of parliament, Bwana Speaker. So at that point in time, it was brought for members of parliament so that we can boost education, to solve what we call the underlying factors at that point in time. But Bwana Speaker, if you remember very well, CDF is not constitutional. And that is why you realize members of parliament at any given point, if there's an issue with CDF, they talk about a parliamentary act. So they cling it as an act in parliament so that it cannot be taken away. So when the president is talking about corruption in parliament, and wanabunge wanajua hapo vizuri, kitu ambayo inamaliza hii nchi kabisa na inafanya tusikue na maendeleo ni mambo ya corruption. Because unapata pesa iko kwa nchi, lakini hii pesa inaingia kwa mfuko ya watu binafsi. And when Raila is talking about taking CDF from parliament to another environment, there is a reason.
Is it a question or
a question, Mheshimiwa Spika, naomba mbunge mwenzangu waniambie hii mambo ambayo anaruka hapa kila siku akisema kwamba CDF ni kinyume na katiba, kwa sababu Mheshimiwa Prime Minister ndiye anasema ni kinyume. Nataka waniambie since 2003 hadi 2025 ndio wamegundua kwamba CDF ni kinyume ya katiba.
But according to you, CDF iko kwa katiba. Acha na member you.
Mimi ndio nauliza huyo.
Ndio nimekuuliza.
Sasa ndio nakuja hapo.
Mjukuu.
Ndio nakuja Mheshimiwa Speaker, ni mimi ndio niliokuja hapa. Huyu Raila Odinga mmoja ambaye anashutumu CDF.
CDF ilikuja wewe.
205. Since 203
na katiba mpya.
Sasa tunazungumza hiyo yote.
Na katiba mpya.
Hiyo imepata Raila Odinga pia kama ni mbunge. Imepata Raila Odinga ni mbunge.
Sawa. CDF ilikuja wewe.
203
na katiba mpya
2010.
So iko kwa katiba ama iko? That's the question.
Hiyo ndio nataka niuliza Raila Odinga.
According to you, iko ama iko?
Raila atujibu.
Wewe umesoma katiba?
Sijui.
Wewe hujui? Enda usome katiba.
Nataka kujua. Ngoja. Ngoja nu. Wacha memba chukue nafasi kwa sababu Speaker. Hiki ndio inanichanganya. Hiki ndio inanichanganya msemaji. Nataka mbunge mwenzangu anisaidie afafanue kwa sababu the same Raila Odinga ametumia CDF from 2010 katiba mpya hadi 2013 akaondoka kwenye madaraka. So atuambie hii miaka 5 hakuwa anajua kwamba katiba ni mbaya. Hii CDF iko kwa katiba, hii ndio nataka kujua.
But mjukuu, Raila Odinga alikuwa MP mwaka gani?
Since Raila amechaguliwa 20 since 19
MP, I'm talking about MP.
Ametoka parliament 2013.
2013. Order.
2013. Raila ametoka bunge 2013.
Order.
Na alikuwa nini prime minister? Alikuwa mbunge wa wapi?
Order.
Wajana huyu. 2013 ndio Raila ametoka kwa bunge.
The question is, mjukuu, umeuliza member ya kwamba
anijaribu kumfafanulia.
Mimi nimekuuliza wewe according to you.
Sijui ndio nataka nisaidie. Yeye na Raila Odinga kwa sababu Raila Odinga anatuchanganya. Baba
wewe unadanganya watu.
Asante sana Bwana Speaker. I want to educate him and give him wewe member, sikiza sasa.
Umeuliza swali hapo.
CDF, Constituency Development Fund. In fact, CDF doesn't exist. What exists is National Government Constituency Development Fund. So National Government Constituency Development Fund is unconstitutional. So when we are talking about unconstitutional or being constitutional, we mean that it can either be in the constitution to be called constitutional. But when it is not in the constitution, it is unconstitutional. And that is why members of parliament are making it an act of parliament. So it means that National Government Constituency Development Fund is existing because of the act in the National Assembly. But let me come back to corruption and CDF. When we are talking about devolution, why were we bringing 2010 Constitution? 2010 Constitution, we were bringing 2010 Constitution because we wanted a number of things. For example, number one, we wanted power close to the people. We wanted resources to come to the people. And that is why we were saying 15% of total revenue collected is going to the counties. And when Mr. Odinga is saying that CDF is supposed to get away of parliament, we want to strengthen devolution because the constitution we are using is a devolved system of government. A member of parliament has 3 responsibilities. Number 1, there is legislation. Number 2, there is oversight. But here is a situation whereby a member of parliament is given national government constituency funds to go and develop the constituency. And it's the same member of parliament going to oversight the national government that is giving them that money. So that is not very nice. So me, I would request CDF to get out of members of parliament. Because you look, members of parliament are saying it is their bloodline, their lifeline. But this CDF they're given, you realize CDF, only 30% members of parliament are saying they're giving for bursaries. But there's one question that I need all members of parliament to answer here. After taking away 30% from the CDF that they're given, where do they take the 70%? Hypothetically, I would say, if you look at during elections, mtu yeyote wa kawaida akienda kusimama mbunge atakuwa na pesa ya CDF, ukisimama na yeye atakuwa na lot of power, they'll threaten you, they'll use their money to take you out of space. So members of parliament wa bunge, they are misusing CDF. Because ukienda kwa constituency zetu, kitu ambayo imetengenezwa na hiyo CDF, unaiza tafuta na usione. But pesa ya education, it is only 30%. Members of parliament are using to give bursaries. And again, this 30%, they're only giving it to people that are affiliated to them. For example, mimi nisipo support mjumbe, na wewe uende support mjumbe, ikifika ile wakati wa kupata na bursary, I'm very sure before the living Christ, that yule mtu ambaye alisupport MP, ndiye atapewa bursary mbele yangu. But you realize this money is for all members of the constituency. So I would ask members of parliament, if they are sincere na wanataka kusaidia hii nchi na tumalize hii mambo ya corruption, CDF inafaa itoke kwa bunge na hiyo pesa at least if Raila Odinga sababu ukiangalia katika sekta ya masomo unapata sahi there are a lot of children who are not going to school because they lack school fees, and we have bursaries or CDF which most of us are saying inafaa tusaidia kulipa shule. So I would request the government plus any other person, we should make this a very sober debate so that hii pesa itolewe kule, it can be taken anywhere. Mr. Speaker, as I finish, we wanted devolution to be very strong. It means that bringing power to the people and bringing resources to the people. So we need to strengthen devolution in what manners? We need to add resources back to devolution so that devolution can be strong, resources can come to the people, power can come to the people. Then finally, on the issue of Sakaja's impeachment, Bwana Speaker, may I only have 2 things that I know Bwana Sakaja has done that he can either be impeached or not. For example, this in account. Number 2, we have this Green Army that today are employed by the county government permanently and pensionable. That is something that we need to appreciate the county government of Nairobi, because these are also members of this city. These are also members of the country. If they are employed, permanent and pensionable, they are going to feed their children. So at least members of Bunge and Bwana Speaker, me, I would really support that CDF itoke pale National Assembly, iende into devolution so that we can have a strong devolution that can cater for members of this country. Asante Bwana Speaker, and may God bless you.